Welcome to the episode of Sports Line with JLE Marte, where we discuss sports like family. That's a theme song, Man Talk, from my first album, JLE Experience. On music and copyright, don't mean nothing Facebook. How y'all doing tonight? I'm your host, JLE. My co-host is, she's busy right now, getting ready for what everybody getting ready for in Detroit. The Lions playoff road starts tomorrow to the Super Bowl. And it's a good thing for the city. I mean, we here at Sports Lounge, we're going to show love to Detroit sports, especially when you're doing your thing. Shout out to the Pistons. Detroit basketball, they on the win streak. They're above 500 compared to last year around this time. So Detroit sports are coming up. Tigers made the playoffs. Red Wings will be next. We will have all four sports teams doing their thing at the same time. It's a great day to be somebody from Detroit. So what up, though? But now the Lions. They played Washington. And Washington I saw videos of them saying, we want Detroit and all this type of stuff. Okay. I mean, the Lions already got the mindset. Super Bowl or nothing. You want to make sure you can't get screwed by the refs to no one, so we got home field throughout. And Ford Field, downtown, going to be jamming tomorrow. It's supposed to snow. Hopefully, I don't do too much. But we got a real good chance. That's why I found it appalling last week that you had all the people on ESPN giving us no chance to beat Minnesota. Then they turned out and got whooped up by the Rams. He got put out. So as talented as Sam Darnold is, it seemed like if you hit him enough, he started seeing ghosts. You had to work on that. So now they're going to have the number one seeds play Saturday. So first game be Houston versus KC. Washington versus Detroit will be 8 o'clock game. The Sunday will be at 3:30 and 6:30. First game being the Rams and Philly. Last game being Baltimore and Buffalo. As y'all know, my co-host love her some Josh Allen. Of all those teams, I would say, gotta worry about Buffalo. I know. Well, what about the world champs, Jeff? We shown we can beat the world champs. We done that. So, I mean, it's not no dismissal to what they're doing. They're trying to three-peat. But we can climb that mountain. For some reason, I mean, Buffalo came into our house and whooped us. So, I hope they're really paying attention to the running skilled quarterback because that's all that's pretty much left. Even the new quarterback from Washington, Daniels, he's up and coming. And just because he's a rookie, you can't take it light. They're as Apollo Creed told Rocky when he was training him in Rocky 3, there is no tomorrow. There isn't. There can't be no, man, we got this in the bag. There's none of that. Any given Sunday, you can lose. So long as they play smart football, no turnover, they should win. And Philly and the Rams is a tough match. I don't know if we played Philly yet and beat them, but I know we beating the Rams. But right now, Jalen Hurts. I mean, I can say it's a lot of great quarterbacks that's retired. He might need to go get with somebody and get coached up. Because something that you notice, like even with Houston, you will sneak up on people. And then they got you on film. They're going to study. And it's going to be a tougher outing. Now, something that I've learned that I didn't realize, For anybody out there want to say, oh, man, everybody jumping on the Lions bandwagon, they gave us the toughest schedule for the freaking league. Why in the hell Kansas City, who won back-to-back, didn't get the tough schedule? We didn't win the Super Bowl. We didn't even make it to the Super Bowl, but we had the toughest schedule. So for them to finish 15-2 is pretty impressive. So most teams they played went to the playoffs or was in playoff contention, and the Lions won. I mean, well, where the love at? But one thing Dan Campbell has brought back, Detroit is about grit. We earn everything we get. So like when the Bad Boy Pistons won, the 04 Pistons won, any team that's won a championship here, Red Wings, early 2000 dynasties, back in 84 when we won the World Series, Detroit, we work hard. We don't cut corners. We put our hard hat on, get our lunch box, and we put that grind in. And when we get there and succeed, we throw them linens on and get our ballroom on because we work hard. Ric Flair say you got to pay the price to be the champ. So I'm predicting the Lions will win the Super Bowl. I know someone put up a post I had years ago. I think after we went 0-16, and I didn't know Dan Campbell was a part of that team, so he do understand the struggle. But I posted from what my man Lenny had put. That's a friend of mine. Detroit had the talent. This was Jimmy Johnson. I forgot what game they lost at the end. And Jimmy Johnson on Fox Sports said, Detroit is good enough to win a Super Bowl. They just don't close out games. And that's when the respect of Detroit started happening where everybody like, you're right. They do got the talent. They just don't have the mental part to close it out. We were doing good on Jim Schwartz. Then we had Caldwell as our coach. Then we had Patricia that scrubbed. Then we went back to the bottom. And then Dan Campbell came in saying, we're going to bite you at your kneecap. We're going to fight. We're going to scratch your claw for a win. I even looked at him like, wow, this dude, what the world? But I got what he was saying. I didn't watch the Hard Knocks that ingratiated us with the world that fell in love with the Lions and appreciate that Lions love across the globe. But he always been preaching, if y'all just give me your best effort, I promise you, we're going to get to where we're trying to go. I got a plan. And you've seen it come to fruition where it used to be certain teams that were the cream of the crop come to the Lions, whoop us up. Now, don't come to Ford Field thinking it's an easy win. You're going to be in a fight for your life, theoretically speaking. But we're going to fight you from the beginning of the game to the 000. We ain't going to lay down and just, okay, well, we're playing so-and-so. Nah, you playing in Detroit. Pack a lunch. And I've been loving how you see at the Pistons game, Lion players been coming to the games rooting them on, trying to show that camaraderie amongst the Detroit sports. And it's infectious. I mean, we're the only city where all 4 of our sports teams play within walking distance. All on Woodward. And if you come to Detroit, downtown, look like the suburbs, it's totally different and amazing. That's why when people came for the draft, they were like, oh my God, Detroit looks awesome. It do. A lot of stuff to do. And Detroit is a simple-minded city. You get respect, you get respect. But you come with that disrespectful nonsense, you're gonna get mollywopped. We got too much going on. Trying to vie for our families, trying to find a purpose, achieve our goals. We ain't got time for that nonsense. As long as you come to Detroit, hey, what up? How you doing? Have a good time. But all that, man, F Detroit and all that, some stories you heard, and then you heard what happened after the fact. They messed around and found out. Yeah, Detroit all about respect. We want to have a good time because we work hard. So for Washington Commanders say they want Detroit, like, okay, we're going to see what you're going to do. Now, I'm curious to watch Houston, Kansas City, because C.J. Stroud showed something last season. But like I say, they got film on them. So they made it to the playoffs, but it was a bit of a struggle this time because they know about you. They got the film. Kansas City, I don't know why people afraid to put a hit on Patrick Mahomes. Like, yeah, he's the face of the league, but he a quarterback like everybody else, and y'all don't hold up for them. So I would expect Kansas City defense, if they got a legal hit, they're going to take it. Because he's just like every other quarterback. He don't want to get hit. They're going to do all that running around. But I would say Kansas City win. I hope she upset. But I know if we really want our true respect, we would need to beat Kansas City. So ESPN, all these other people can't say, oh, my God, well, you know, the Lions, they didn't take on Kansas City. They didn't do this. Like, okay. Probably so. Then Sunday, you got the Rams and Philly. Saquon Barkley been hell of a job running. But quarterback, Jalen Hurts suspect. Watch the film. Look like he regressed some. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a running quarterback, but you still got to be a pocket passer. And I know some people say the pocket passer is a thing of the past. A pocket passing quarterback will never die. Anybody watching this? A quarterback that sits in the pocket, read the defense, and throw the ball will never die. That's your job. Now, you add a dynamic if you can run to go get a first down. Now hold the ball. Now, you might have some like Lamar Jackson, others that want to be a version of Michael Vick with it, but you still need to be able to sit in that pocket. If they shut down running, I can throw it 60 times and beat you. That's why Tom Brady's considered the GOAT. To me, Joe Montana, the Dark Knight. That's always going to be my dude. But I imagine you say Tom Brady. But that's why he's revered the way he's revered. Because whether he had a running game or he ran for some yards, if you shut down and put a wall, all right, I'll throw it 100 times and beat you. So a lot of these running quarterbacks are going to have to be able to throw the ball. What it is. You can't just run all day. They're going to figure that out. Now, Stafford got a title, so he got championship pedigree. I'm going to pick the Rams for that reason. They still got players. They got that championship pedigree. But if they let Saquon Barkley be like Barry Sanders, then it might be embarrassing. Now, I think the biggest game really for the whole weekend is Baltimore against Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson running for MVP. I mean, they both have stories of when can y'all get past Patrick Mahomes and get to the Super Bowl. Both got good teams, running quarterbacks that can do a threat. Baltimore got Derrick Henry. And it seemed like Lamar Jackson finally started figuring out, stop running the ball so much and give it to Derrick Henry. So he was able to play most of the season, not get hurt. And see what happened with that game. I think that game could probably go to overtime. And that one I would probably give a score to. And I only want to be on. I mean, this is a tough one because if Marte was here, you got to pick Josh Allen or Lamar, two quarterbacks. You ain't two. They're great talents, great quarterbacks. They do their job. But I ain't with all that running with Lamar Jackson. And I get tired of my co-host talking about Josh Allen's so great. I get tired of all that. He's a great talent. So we got to show respect. But I would pick Buffalo, 34-31. But it's overtime or end of the game. Because they at home, they both play in the cold, but Josh Allen, he be something different at the crib. But I wouldn't be shocked if Lamar Jackson win. But like we already gave our predictions, I'm expecting Detroit. By next weekend, I'm expecting NFC Championship. Detroit versus the Rams. AFC rematch of Kansas City versus Buffalo. And I expect Detroit versus Kansas City. I wouldn't be shocked if there's an upset along the way in the AFC. Because Baltimore gotten better. Buffalo is like right there. Houston got to play out of their mind if they win. That'd be really shocking. That'd be a real shocker. But given Detroit was right there and just dropped the end in the second half against San Fran, I expect the defense to come to play, offense do what they do, and they get there. And if I'm wrong, it could happen, but for all them people to pick Minnesota over Detroit last week, that was crazy. And they had beat Minnesota already in Minnesota. And none of them gave them a chance. So I wouldn't be shocked if you watch the pre-games and ESPN got all these jokers saying Detroit going to lose. I'd be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. They got a lot of jokers over there and got no respect for Detroit sports. It's kind of weird. Now, if you talking about Bill Parcells, the real people, yeah, they'll tell you the truth. The real NFL players for those shows. But all them, the Stephen A. shows and all that, it's like they paid to be on some bull job. Because now one of y'all picked the Lions to beat Minnesota last week. And they beat them already. That's like if you had Kansas City playing Buffalo. Some of them would have put Buffalo or Kansas City because, well, they won or beat each other. But we ain't getting that fair respect. It's crazy. It made no sense. But the parties, I mean, my co-host having one, as long as ain't a lot of snow falling through tomorrow. I'm moving up some shows I got going on, so I make sure I check it out because Detroit is downtown going to be jumping. Now, we're used to cold because it's Michigan. But we're not used to the Lions still playing right now. That is great stuff. And it's great money to be made for downtown Detroit. Hell, who knows? People might come here to watch it. So I'm sure they might do the watch party at Fort. What I'm thinking. They got home field. But, people might go to all the sports bars around downtown. They got a lot of them now. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, I remember growing up, late 90s, downtown Detroit, they have all the lights on. So we go into clubs and all that. You got to watch each other, make sure you are good. So to see the city come up and people talk about, go check out Detroit. That's a good spot to go hang out or visit. Yeah. And after we have had the draft, I know we got the Final Four coming. I think that's 26 or 27. But a lot of other sporting events are checking to probably come here, which Detroit's a dope spot to come do an NBA All-Star game. NHL All-Star, baseball. Bring it all here. They built more hotels, so they got accommodations. And it's a cool family type vibe. That's one thing a lot of people that flew across the world to come here to the draft have said, like, everybody felt like being around family, everybody was having a good time. Even though I know some media has painted the picture, Detroit is like the old West. You got to come out like Yosemite Sam, guns blazing, because no. They was never that bad. And they have changed a lot of that. So if you come to Detroit, downtown, midtown, you're going to see it's a lot of good stuff going on. And they're branching out to the neighborhoods. I mean, we look at Canada. You just go to the Riverwalk downtown. Just paint this picture for you. Detroit's so dope. You go downtown. Take the lodge all the way. It turns into East Jefferson. You go park and walk over by the Renaissance building. And you're on the Riverwalk. And you're looking at the Detroit River. And right across, you're looking at Windsor, Canada. That's beautiful scenery. And if you live in Grosse Pointe, you just do that drive down East Jefferson, you'll see all the water and nice houses across from. Like, Detroit got some beautiful stuff. So let nobody tell you different about that. And like the week before when the Lions won and set up the home field, they were down there still partying, having a good time. Easter Market all over there. I think they changed it up because something happened not too long ago for tailgating. But, I mean, drink responsibly, hydrate, and just have a good time. I mean, it's too much going on. 25 already for the nonsense. What up, Ron? Man, why the hell parking lots trying charging folks $1,000 for parking? Now, as a business management graduate of Wayne State University, Mike Illich School of Business, we appreciate that $50 million the Illich family shelled out to build that beautiful school. If you want to do business, you go to Mike Illich. They teach you the game. So let me break that down for you. Capitalism at its finest. Supply and demand. Lions #1 seed. First time ever, home field advantage in the Super Bowl era. First time ever. Last time we had any thoughts of a Super Bowl was 2006 when Pittsburgh and Jerome Bettis won. And they had to cover up stuff because the city still was under development. Fast forward now, Detroit looks amazing. All media will be here for this. It's a big playoff game. They #1 seed. So you got the world media coming because it's building up to the Super Bowl. You think these people that got these parking lots ain't going to try to get they paper? I mean, standing room only was like, I read, I think like 500 something just to stand in Ford Field to watch the game. Because anywhere around there, you can see it well. Like when I had tickets to WrestleMania back in 2007, me and my brother went. Standing on, and we saw everything awesome. So it's crazy work. It's $1,000. It's crazy. That's crazy work. It's $1,000. But I'm not shocked because you got to think where Ford Field sits at. It's right next to Comerica Park. So if you downtown, try to get a picture, you're on Woodward, over there in the Michigan Avenue area. And you got the parking lots right by Ford Field and Comerica. That's prime real estate. Yeah, some of them might say, that's going to be $1,000 for that because, every ticket sold out, all the standing room, that. Let me look at that real quick, just for the math. Because we're a capitalist society. Ford Field capacity. 65,000. Just paint that picture for you. Ford Field can have 65,000 people in that arena. That's the players, that's the fans, that's the media, vendors, everybody. So if you charge someone $1,000 and your parking lot might only fit 15,000 cars, you hit a lick. You hit a big lick. Now let's be capitalist for a minute. You got 15,000 parking spots and you charging 1,000. You're gonna clear 15 million. That's a lot of money. I just make sure my math ain't wrong. I'm gonna Google it, make sure, because when you need the factual to paint this picture for you on that stupid number for parking. 15,000 times 1,000. Yeah. 15 million. That's a lot of money being made just off parking. Now you got some charging 1,000, some might charge 500 or 100. Anywhere in that crazy range, someone's going to pay it because they don't want to walk too far. Now, if I was going to the game, unless I'm under my media credentials and I'll make sure next season I can get in there, couldn't get anybody on the phone. But if I'm not with my media press pass and all that for my vehicle to get in, I will go park on Wayne State campus, right down the street, and take the queue line right down to the game. You got some free game. And Wayne State parking lot is charging like what, I think $10 or maybe more. Let's say Wayne State parking out, they're charging $15. What's $15 compared to what they charge you? And you jump on the queue line and take that all the way down to the game. Come back. Now you already know you're gonna cash out for the liquor, the food, the pop. So I'm pretty sure if you're going to the game, you got about 100 something on you because pop gonna be running about $10. Get a pizza, that might be 20. Whatever you're gonna eat, you're gonna cash out. Beer probably about 15. So you're gonna cash out. But think about it. And we win this game, and the NFC title game is the following week at Ford Field. Somebody might say, man, we're going to jump that up to 1,500. Yeah, Ron. Parking Midtown, Q-Line, good. I used to say, well, after they first built it, I was still working at Wayne State. Because right off of Woodward, the Q-Line. The lot that's right on Woodward, that's a private Wayne State lot. If you ain't coded for that, you can't get in. But right on Palmer and Cass, they have a parking structure. Right there. Now, when I was there, it was $9 to park in there. If you didn't have you weren't paying out your check for the year or whatever. But I figure, different school year. I ain't worked in Wayne since 21. It's 25. They always tend to go up a little bit. If it was 9 and 21 or 950, it's rough to say it might be 10, 11, $12. That ain't nothing. Then you walk up to Woodward and get in the line to jump on the queue line. Take that boy down. Some people I knew did that for the NFL draft because you would walk right into it. You're good to go. Because see, I'm pretty sure a lot of the this probably might be a story tomorrow on the radio shows before the game Are they charging thousands for parking this? Like, yeah, because the Lions are the number 1 seed in the National Football League NFC conference, hosting the divisional playoff game that we ain't never done. Yeah, the world media here, everybody here. You might have some people do shows, like NFL Network might be doing. If they covering, they might have on here doing covering the game early or something. Come on, man. They may have did stuff Friday, today, on First Take them and cover the game here. Who knows? Well, come on, huh? Yeah, they're going to cash out. 1,000 is cheap. Sad to say it. Because when you start seeing where the parking lots are right by Ford Field, where you just 2 seconds wait to walk in, find your seats, and go sit down, man. Now, you could go to the parking lot by Mike Ilitch, by Little Caesar Palace. Take cash down to that. They got a lot of parking lots back there, but them parking lots might charge. And a lot of stuff is card. They kind of took away a lot of the money stuff downtown. Just give anybody a heads up. It's mostly card only. They might save some money there, but it's going to be a big deal. Because they had a potential, this could be the start of them going on to win the Super Bowl. Then that's history making. Because probably got filming. Because I assume teams always take footage of stuff just in case for NFL films. They wind up winning. Then they can put together the story of the whatever championship team. And so, yeah, they're going to cash out. Supply and demand is going to be on 10 this weekend. So if you're downtown, some stuff might be more. And I get it. NFL playoffs. I mean, NFL already pulled a Debo and put NFL games on Christmas when unspoken, that's been in an NBA day. And 65 million people watch football instead of basketball on Christmas. So that old Biggie video, when he like, who you be with, that's this NFL, that's the NBA. And I expect to see more games next year Christmas. Well, this year Christmas on TV. For the NBA, in their delusion to run behind LeBron James only, and let me preface, LeBron James, one of God's greatest gifts he ever made, one of the greatest NBA players of all time, family man, humanitarian, all that great stuff. Get that out the way. But their infatuation to only follow behind him as the face and not make Steph Curry face of the league or all these other up-and-coming talents like they normally would do when people, like when Kobe got old, they start focusing on LeBron, D-Wade, and everybody else because you got to keep the game going. NBA is based on stars. They don't market the teams. And right now for Christmas, 25. Who you got you can think of marketing for games right now? I mean, do you want to see Steph against LeBron again this December coming up? Not really. I mean, depending on where Dallas fall this season and Golden State, maybe you do have Clay versus Golden State. In Golden State, that might be something people might want to watch. Ant-Man is regressing, probably from all the playing from the basketball Olympic stuff. They don't really market Jason Tatum in Boston. Joel Embiid, he ain't really been playing like that, so they're not marketing him. I mean, John Morant trying to rebuild his brand and name. So Wemby, he ain't there yet where he got the Spurs in the playoffs. I'm finding it hard trying to name 5-star NBA, superstar NBA players that I want to care to watch. I don't care to see Kevin Durant or whatever team he go run to. Who cares? You ain't winning. It's different if he going to these teams and ain't winning. They're not. So, and Adam Silver don't seem to be smart enough to put the best possible matchups on that might make you say, I got to check this out. That's one thing David Stern was very masterful at doing. You watched all the games that came on because you liked who they was going up against. I mean, if people don't like each other, we know the media don't talk about it. So, hell, if, for example, Steph Curry don't like Ja Morant, just for example, well, that need to be the game for Christmas. If you know they really don't like each other. Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. They're not doing that. And he keep trying to tell people what the brand is good. No, them people going to start wanting some of them billions back because people are not watching like that. And they still crying about 82 games is too much. Since the league has been in play and been making real money, they've been paying 82 games and over close to 100 in total if you made the finals and won. And all these people love Michael Jordan where he walks on water. He did it. So why LeBron and them can't do it? They got better tech, better science, better everything to make sure they're healthy. But they want to load manage like Kawhi Leonard and sit on their ass and get $300 million. And then when fans are upset about this, like, why the hell I'm wasting my money for my kid to come see you? And instead of taking games off for the road games, the home games, where you're going to play at home 41 times out the year, they're load managing on the road games, where you might come to Memphis that one time. And that's on TNT, ESPN. Because some of these NBA players are very dumb in their fiscal thinking, in my humble opinion. Jordan them thought about, okay, I ain't feeling this, but I can't take this road game off because people pay their money, and it's been a hype market game of the week. When we go back to Chicago, I'm going to take that game off. For an example. These players, they don't care. And their entitled attitude shows people they don't care. So the fans are starting to reject, like, well, why the hell should I waste my money? And you ain't even going to be at the game. You supposed to come to the Lakers and play LeBron them, and so-and-so ain't playing today. But when they look on the side of the court, you over there laughing and joking, moving around like, body parts broke or aching. Then your kid, and this is what they forget. This is why Kobe is my dude. He didn't forget, like the old school taught him. These people pay hard-earned money to see you play. If you ain't on your deathbed, you can't move, you supposed to get your ass out there and play. To show that respect for them spending their hard-earned money to watch you. It's a respect thing. And these entitled players today don't have that respect. They don't care. So if you brought your kid to the Laker game to see Ja Morant, for example, play LeBron, well, he ain't playing today. Why he ain't playing? Oh, he load manager. And the kid watching you over there laughing, joking, moving like nothing's wrong. And this dad got to explain, well, Dad, why he ain't in the game? He don't look like he's hurt. And Dad hopefully he's trying to be respectful and not say, well, this sorry entitled bum don't care. Because you don't want to pass that to the kid. That anger you feeling for wasting your money. So he might try to say, well, something going on with him and he needed to take a break. Okay. Even though the kid got the Ja Morant everything out, for example. All this in examples ain't saying Ja Morant did it. But these are things that have been happening that Adam Silver, foolish commissioner self, don't pay attention to. Because if he truly was paying attention and learned from David Stern, he would be highly upset that these players had this entitled attitude to not play TV games, road games where you're only going to play that team once. He would start suspending people. You got 41 home games. That's when you take off. but you got 41 road games where you only going to play this team once. You better not take that game off. 100,000 fine. And I'm going to suspend your ass a game. You detrimental to the contract that you signed. Ain't nothing wrong with you. We don't do FMLA in the NBA. If you can't compete, the doctor going, hey, he in the bed. He laid up. He got crutches. He got a cast. We get it. But if you walk around in a nice suit, ain't nothing wrong with you. Just sit on the sideline because, man, I ain't feeling it today. But you cashing that check that these fans have paid. Parking ain't cheap. Concessions ain't cheap. Season tickets ain't cheap. But your sorry ass is going to the bank or checking your account when that 100+ million is in there from the fans that you treat like garbage. So don't be shocked if there are more NFL games on Christmas and Christmas Eve. Because who cares about the NBA to the playoffs? That's how they feel. And some of these older players need to be getting on their head too. Like, no, you respect the game. Because these owners can easily lock us out. And we're going to be like in the NFL. And no more guaranteed contracts. If you want to make $300 million, you better be a superstar, an all-star, all-NBA, this. You better meet all these quotas to get that money. Or you get no more than $100 million. We going back to that range. Ain't no one making over $100 million. And we're only going to guarantee 3/3 of that. You ain't getting half that guarantee. Nah, y'all don't deserve it. They ain't going to be crying. But y'all sign these TV deals for 20-something billion, and these people don't respect the love of the game. The NFL players are a dangerous sport. Every day they play. And their money ain't guaranteed. That's why owners should give them what they worth and stop trying to fight them, because you know the signing bonus is the contract. Unless they make it through the entire lifetime of the deal. Come on. We know the game. But NBA players are too entitled. But it's going to be a great weekend, and it's also MLK weekend. Definitely appreciate all he's done to help move us forward. I already got the inauguration for incoming President Trump. Going to be moved in because we got this Arctic weather coming. In any state getting snow, stay warm, put some salt down, be careful on the roads. But I know the South gets snow now, and y'all ain't used to that. I feel you. I used to think I'm going to run to the South, get away from Michigan. I'm running Cali. They get wildfires all the time. People over there running that city don't have enough for the fire department. Ain't nowhere to run. But it was a great day in Detroit because the Lions was hosting a divisional round playoff game. Hot damn, that's beautiful. We came a long way from 0-16. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. I'm definitely going to go to Marte's party. I don't know, maybe do something quick after the game. I'm going to see. And that's birthday celebration for her, too. Her birthday was past Monday. Let's see what we can do. Maybe say something, because we'll both be in the same spot. It's kind of a big deal a little bit. But I'll see. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I'm talking almost out myself. I can still do it. Be safe. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your family. This year started off a little different. Keep God. And enjoy Monday off and stay warm, because it's going to get cold everywhere. And tomorrow's shows will be done earlier because got to watch Lions. So till next time, everybody.